the Bali Asian Youth Leaders Conference was such a challenge, a challenging and motivating and inspiring time for me, whereby I learned that actually youth or the young people are the greatest partners for the church and for anybody that wants to do something impossible. And so when I had that, I was like, wait a minute, being a leader of a worship, being a leader of a fellowship of about 3,000 people in Kampala every Thursday, I asked myself, because every time people visited, they're like, oh, just the young people, what are they going to do? They're going to fail. And it was just amazing to hear a confirmation of God from Bali conference that actually the young people are such a great partner. And with that, knowing that, I went back home and I told my group, I was like, wait a minute, we have everything we need to change Uganda. We have everything we need to change Africa. And all we have to do is, like Paul talks to Timothy and says, strengthen this that you have within you. And so I went back and talked to the youth leaders, the leaders of the fellowship, the pastors. Back in Uganda, I was on fire and I was challenging them that, hey, we have the greatest partners today to change Africa. And right now, we're actually coming from Rwanda, cleaning the city, and we've had the army around, we've had alumni, pastors, alumni team, and different people that have been working with us. Hi, how are you? Great, he's one of them. But anyways, also, yeah, I went back home from Bali conference and I was able to go into a slum in Kampala right behind Makerere University, one of the best universities in East Africa. And when I got there, I was very surprised to find some girls. And one of the girls was crying. And I asked her, why are you crying? And she said, well, I'm crying because my mom cooks very bad food and people buy it. And I was like, you don't have to cry. So I sat in this very it was a bench and papyrus, and I sat there and I said, can I have some food? And then the mom served me and the girl looked at me and she couldn't believe I was actually eating the food. And then another one ran to them with a plantain and they were breaking and sharing with everybody. And I was like, can I have some plantain? And she's like, no, you can't, because people tell us that our hands are not nice and our hands are despised. And I told them, no, it's okay. And so I ate the plantain and put it in my mouth, and all these 7 girls looked at me and they were like, did you just do that? And they said, now we know that you love us. And I believe that to change youth, it's just to let them be givers, because many times we want to give people things, but have we given them opportunity? Because when they give us, then we're creating value in them. And so these girls looked at me and said, we know that you love us. And with that fire, I'm looking at partnering with Alongside Us International and having them go down to this church that is in the slums and allow the girls be givers to each other, allow the boys to be givers to each other. They're actually a dance group in Uganda, and they're slum kids, but they go and train and dance for the nation, and so, but yet they live in the slums. And so I'm super excited. I'm super excited for what God is going to do through the slum kids with Alongside Us, and what God is going to do with the fellowship every Thursday where I lead worship in Uganda. And so thank you so much, Bali Conference. Thank you, because you put me on fire, and that fire is not going to die off. So thank you.